Just how scary is this that's taking place in your neighborhood?
I'm not even sure. Not even sure what's going on.
Then, did you guys hear anything this morning?
I did.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. That was me trying to talk to someone that was allowed in a few minutes ago past the yellow tape, and then walking out. He was walking out with his daughter who's going to school right now. So we could see, like I mentioned, just more officers kind of just walking into the crime scene or into the area that's been blocked off here. And once again, I see officers, federal agents here on the ground. Some of them still have kind of their weapons out. You see California Highway Patrol kind of at the center of the scene as well. And then sheriff's officers here controlling traffic. But I can tell you that Mona Boulevard remains open. People are driving by. So everything is contained or appears to be contained to this one street, 126th Street here in Compton. We do see one car on the scene that has front end damage and also appears to have been involved in a possible chase. Yes, Philip?
David, let me give you some new information here, according to the Century Station Sheriff. So you're on the scene. They've not talked to you, but I can tell you that according to them, at 7:25 this morning, Border Patrol informed the Sheriff Department they were doing an operation near 126th and Mona. Shortly after that, and it appears that's what the chase involved, but a shooting involving a federal agent did occur. No one was hit by the gunfire. All suspects have been detained and officers accounted for. So that is from the Century Sheriff's Station, that a shooting involving a federal agent did occur. No one was hit by the gunfire. All suspects have been detained. All officers accounted for. So that is information for you. If you're talking to anybody there, you can pass that along to them. So it doesn't appear as if there is a search. And maybe that explains, again, to both of us, why everybody is so casual and everything is just seemingly under control right now.
And thank you for sharing that. Yeah, we've been trying to gather information from officers here on the scene, and obviously it's developing as we speak. So I don't know if they have limited information on the ground or they're waiting for someone else to pass that information along. So I'm glad that you were able to share that information here on the scene. Like I mentioned, what's interesting is that it appears all these officers, different agencies, are kind of keeping to themselves. We see the federal agents huddled together. We see California Highway Patrol together, and then I see the LA County Sheriff's Office deputies who are on the scene huddled together. So I don't know if that means they're working independently or if they're if one has a rank or control over the scene, but we do see California Highway Patrol taking pictures of vehicles here on the scene, trying to gather information. We see two federal agents walking our way that have tactical gear on. They have their guns, their vest on, their mask on. So of course that draws the attention of residents here in this neighborhood who mentioned to us, at least a few of the people that we've spoken to, that some of them live in fear and have been living in fear because of what they're seeing in and around LA when it comes to federal raids and what we're seeing across the country. They say that there's a lot of immigrant families that live in this community. So, of course, seeing agents on the ground this morning drawing up a lot of fear, especially as a lot of them are walking their kids to school this morning.
Well, David, I mean, here's the thing that just, we can speak a little more because we're streaming and we can talk with each other. It does strike you that the federal agents are carrying their weapons, whereas all of the local agents are just casually walking around. They're talking to people, and there is a different feeling when you see the federal agents walking around than when you see your local agents who very possibly might live right next to you. So that you can understand where the community is getting their emotions from, because the federal agents are carrying themselves remarkably different than the local agents.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Talking when we first arrived, I did notice one person that was here on the scene. I'm assuming they live nearby. They were talking to an LA County Sheriff's deputy, and you could tell it was becoming a heated argument between the two. One of them was excited to see us here. The man talking to the deputy was excited to see us here because he said he wanted attention on what's taking place in his neighborhood. And by us being here, of course, the word was going to get out that there was some kind of federal enforcement raid taking place in their community. But the LA County Sheriff's deputy, I overheard him respond like he didn't want this to escalate it into something more, because right now, obviously, it was very early into what was taking place here. So he was trying to calm that man down by trying to talk to him. But right now, it's an ongoing investigation. Things seem to be very controlled here on the scene. People are asking a lot of questions, and hopefully we get a lot more answered. But as you mentioned, Philip, the Sheriff's Department did confirm that there was a shooting that took place, but no one was hit and no one was injured.
Okay. David, thank you. We're going to wrap this up with you for the time being here. This has been our live stream broadcast at 8 a.m. David, thank you very much. Again, at 7:25 this morning, Border Patrol informed the Sheriff's Department they had an operation near 126th and Mona. There was a shooting involving a federal agent. No one was hit by gunfire. All suspects detained and officers accounted for. John Gregory, back after the break.
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
I'm John Gregory. We're following breaking news out of Willowbrook with reports of another shooting involving federal agents. Let's go to David Gonzalez live at the scene for the latest. David.
Hey, good morning, John. Yeah, this investigation started around 7:25 this morning, all concentrating here on 126th Street and Mulla Boulevard. You could see different agencies here, including federal agents on the ground after a shooting involving a federal agent. Right now, we heard that shots were fired earlier this morning, but no one was injured. But you could see a big scene involving federal agents, California Highway Patrol, and the LA County Sheriff's Office. People on the scene here very concerned about federal enforcement in their neighborhood. They say that there's a lot of immigrant families that live here. So, of course, seeing federal agents on the ground as they investigate, drawing and stirring up a lot of emotion, a lot of concern, and a lot of fear. But I can tell you right now that no one was hurt in a shooting involving a federal agent here off of 126th Street and Mona Boulevard. Reporting in Willowbrook, David Gonzalez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, David, thank you. You can catch Live with Kelly and Mark at 9 here on ABC 7, and stay with ABC 7 for any breaking news. We'll see you back in 25 minutes.